Greetings and welcome back to Timberborn. I'm KatherineOfSky and there has been more propaganda. Well, it seems like Knowington is thinking about fencing of other animals. At our scrap site we have found this book by one called George Orwell, and it talks about the history of likewise actions and the equality of animals. Come to Scrap Farmington and here everyone is equal. The grilled potatoes are overflowing, not our river. To be absolutely clear, the popularity of the movement has caught us by surprise, and we admit to some challenges regarding the availability of roofs during the non-working hours that are reserved for sleeping toward all the residents of Scrap Farmington. Wow, the shade. Thank you, John Tux, for that missive. I look forward to more. We are back in Scrap Farmington, and indeed, there are no roofs on these houses, so we will now that we have stuff, we are now hashtag entitled, apparently, and yeah, we need to get some roofs for our people, but we'll get that as soon as they finish this project here, which has not been finished yet, so we need to get that going. Let me go ahead and prioritize these. We are looking at a serious lack of wood here. And that might be a challenge right now. It might be a tiny challenge. So, but we are going to get it sorted. The other problem that I have thought about and noticed, and I think this is going to be a massive issue, is that this is going to flood right now. So I need to have an emergency kind of levee built here. Because otherwise we are going to have big problems, like big problems. We might have to actually destroy some blocks here if we can't fix this. So let's get that going. Let's start off with a levee here. So basically it raises the height of the river to a point of working. Let's see, how deep is this? If we delete this thing, if we delete this and the floodgate above it, that might give us a little leeway. I think I'll delete... You know what? I think I just need to delete all of these floodgates. They're not built yet, so it's fine. I think I'm going to just delete these pieces here as well. Let's see. What is the water level like? Okay, so these are... This is basically the level of the siding here. So I think, yeah, we're just going to have to delete all of these. I didn't think about this, that the entire area might flood. So yeah, we need to get this under control before it gives us massive issues. That is also blocking, so let's just delete this as well. It's wasted wood. I apologize, but it is necessary. And I think we need to keep this going and make sure that we keep building this wall upward as we kind of are trying to get things organized here. All right, so that's a thing, apparently. I don't know. It might actually not be worth it to build a wall here. I don't know. Let's just see what goes on. We just need to make sure that our rivers don't, lose water. This can be lowered because obviously we're less than full right now, so that's okay. Just prevent the upper area from flooding as well. But yeah, this entire area eventually is going to be flooded, so we want to figure out how we want to do these gates and how important any of this stuff is. All right, the next thing I want to think about is, actually, I kind of wanted to make a decorative thing right here, but then I was like, oh, wait a second, we have this log storage underneath, so we might build stuff there, we might not. But I wanted to build something else. I think we'll just do it right here because it seems appropriate, and it's a waste of everything, but we don't actually care, we're fine. We're going to build a tiny bridge. Let's see, it's gonna be suspension bridge, maybe 2. Yes, we'll unlock that. Oh, actually 1. Let's do the 1. And we'll make, like, if we want to imagine, we'll have like a tiny diving board here so that the little beavers can swim in the river and they'll be fine. Okay, so next thing, oh geez, Maybe we shouldn't do that. We don't have a ladder to pull them out of the pool. Well, we'll imagine there is one. We'll just be friendly about this. Okay, how are these beavers getting on with things? Are they building? It looks like they're doing stuff. That seems okay. This is going to flood again soon. The roofs are incoming, despite all of the shade that has been thrown in my direction. We will try to forgive them. Hopefully it'll be okay. Now these areas could use some farms. Let's go ahead and delete these pieces there. I want to add a staircase here so that this platform can be accessed. And I think we'll plant some wheat here. Let's find the wheat, probably under the wheat tab. That would make sense. And then we'll just add this out here and call that absolutely fabulous because it works. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna add one right there as well. And it kind of greens up this area, which is very pleasant too. All right, what do we got with stuff? We have these things running 600 of 700. I hope that the developers change the order of these things, because typically you have supply or the demand first and then the supply last. So you can see if things are kind of lacking, or it's usual in other games. But it's not completely necessary. Let's see. What do we need here? We have, I think we have kind of everything we need. We just want to make sure that all of these crop areas are enough, because while we have this area producing its own food, everything except for bread, this area is going to be completely dependent on our main colony. And speaking of things, I definitely want to get this area going on for forestry. Now, what I want to do first is measure, like, how high this wall is. Let's see. If we look from the ground, we have, oh God, that's not good. Let's just change camera here. And we can see, so this is on the same level as this. 1, 2, 3, 4 above the ground. Okay. So if we measure here, we have 2 squares there. Let's just take the blocks so you can see more easily. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we are to build a thing, I'm just going to make measuring blocks, and I'm going to go ahead and pause these. Let's just pause. We don't need to do them. But this is the height of our dam. So anything above this height is going to be always accessible as long as we don't raise the dam. So that means that we have this entire plain here, this entire like platform or terrace, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be available for stuff. And I think the stuff we want to have here is trees, because we have to make a massive dam wall on this entire side, and it's going to be so tall. Lots and lots of trees needed. So the first order of business for this colony is going to be to get that set up. Now I want to go ahead and prioritize these staircases because they are basically very critical to our current plan. We're also going to make one breeding pod happen. And I want to measure here where I can put a tiny water dump. Now remember, I think it's going to be, well, I think it's going to be in this area. So we need to make sure that it kind of spreads out and reaches all of the other places as much as possible. So let's count kind of from the top here. I don't know the exact numbers of like if it's a level lower, how many tiles that takes off, but we'll try not to go to the very edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stuff is in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That actually sounds maybe good. Like right here, maybe? I think that's good. So that means that we can put our water dump in this area. Let's do a thing here like this. Staircase down. And a road. Actually, let's do the dump before we do the road. Okay, and so the water is going to kind of end up in this tiny square, and hopefully that will green most of the area. If we don't, we can always add another or kind of move it around if we feel like it. Okay, so this is road kind of plans. And then get this, delete enter to go fast delete. Okay, so right now, the beavers are lacking things to do, but these beavers don't socialize, so they're probably looking for something like a temple. That might be nice. I forgot what the temple gives them. We can actually look at this. And C, temple, temple, temple is spirituality. Working speed plus 30%. That's actually really going to be extremely useful to our beavers. So let's see. This is a safe area. I could put the temple maybe here. I forget if it needs all ground squares. I think it might. So let's just see how big it is. Oh, it's too big. Too big for here. Yeah, must be built only on the ground. Could put one there, maybe. Or maybe it goes like up here somewhere. That is also an option. Now, one thing I'm just looking at and kind of thinking about, maybe we want this staircase this side of stuff since the town center is in the middle here. That actually might be a better option for us. Oh well, let's leave it as it is for now, and then we'll kind of figure it out later, because right now our water is coming from this area, and that's kind of all the choice we have here. Okay, so right now, let's see, only one water wheel is running. 2, 3. Okay, we have 3 water wheels working. Beautiful. Did they get anything here done? Oh, they did get one dam done. So let's see, this one has nothing, and they have a few logs there. Okay, so that should work pretty well. Pretty well. This area is greening back up again as the water levels are rising. Now this town, I'm thinking we might actually want them to start producing their own bread. So what that means is we might need to make more grist mills working over here. Oh, let's turn off the engines so we don't use up our precious logs on these on the power. We really want to use it just for the dams right now. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know. Should I? You know what? I don't think I should make this wall. I don't think I need it. I think we can just leave it off and then just... Oh, wait, though. Well, as long as I don't put these gates in, it'll be fine. It'll be... Yeah, yeah. Just, like, thinking ahead, trying to figure it out. It's fine. It'll be fine. So, okay, we have 6 unemployed beavers. Where are these beavers? Let's find out. Are they here? We have 6 here. Okay. So let me just unpause these because we definitely need more trees. We're really lacking on that. We can use some cutters in this area. How about these beavers? Are they allowed to cut these? They are, but they're just not doing it. Sneaky. Okay, let's try to just get all of the trees on those plateaus. We have... actually, this water pump can start working because we want it to fill up this particular water tank. Okay, so that's good. Later, we might prioritize it, like in the dry season. We can turn the priority on, but right now it doesn't really need to be prioritized because I think our beavers have a lot better stuff to do. And let me go ahead and just fill a few areas here with maple, just in case we have empty... Well, we don't have any empty spots. Just a couple. Just a couple there. Okay. Now then, we do have our explosives factory, and I think we should start thinking about that. It's probably the wrong time because we have no wood, because we need the paper mills to process logs into paper. So let's just see. All right, we have tons of science points, so this is kind of great. I really don't like the new design of the paper mills. I gotta say, it's horrible. It's like they made all of the challenge of them uninteresting. So there's like no, I'm like, no, please devs, fix this. This is horrible. It used to be that the rollers, you couldn't connect it on one side, and it made for really interesting, like, oh my gosh, I can't just like plop, plop, plop. I have to think about how I put this building. And now we've really lost a lot of that, which is kind of sad to me. But anyway, we'll survive, I'm sure. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to delete this. I don't like that orientation. And I'm going to put it in a different direction. I think we'll do something like this. And then we'll just do a simple gear between them, and life is fine. Let's do this there. Okay, and road. How much power do these need? 80 horsepower. Oh, and we can also turn on these guys as well. I forgot, in the seasonal season, we can actually definitely get more beavers working on stuff. Do we have a lack of stuff? Let's turn off this. Okay, we do have 1 unemployed now, so that's how we can easily check and make sure that we have what we need. Now, I would like to... Oh, whoopsies. No. Okay, sometimes I accidentally press Z and C. Would love to rebind those to nothing because I don't like using those 90-degree turn thingies. Oh, look at this. We're getting places. We're doing stuffs. Hooray. Okay. I want to get this done on priority as well so that these things can get cut. I am going to... Okay, so these are all in a cutting zone. I'm going to go ahead and just extend the cutting zone to the entire plateau because I feel like that's a really, you know, just forward thinking for when this stuff is available to us, when we have the forester set up and all of that kind of stuff. There we go. This, help. And then in here. And I think the forester themselves, the building is going to be kind of ish in this area. So we're just going to mark everything and then we'll later figure out the planting pattern and stuff like that. Now this is primarily going to be a maple forest because I don't think we need to waste time with any kind of birches or pines, that kind of thing. Wow, look at this. All the wheels going. Hooray. This is great. All right, beavers, cutting trees, doing well. Okay, we have a lot more wood now. This is good. Hooray. All right. Doing well. We are lacking a bit of water. It seems like we have only 2 tanks available. We might actually add another tank over here. That might be a good idea. Wow, look at all the beavers like drinking from this tank. They're really, really keen on that. I want to go ahead and prioritize this water pump. So as the water is flowing, we can just pump it into these tanks. And I think that will be better than hauling it all the way from down here. So yeah, that's going to be important to us, I think. All right, crops. How have our crops... Oh, we don't have this staircase done, so let's make that on priority. They have planted this wheat here, which looks amazing. Hooray. All right, here we go. We have... All right, we have a lumberjack flag. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of this stuff from down here because we really don't need it. Let's take this off as well. Okay, so now we have this huge plain of kind of nothingness. I wonder if it's... Will we have enough time in order to like build this dam to have an entire forest down here? I think we might actually have time. So I'm going to go ahead and plant one. I know it seems crazy, but I think we're going to actually have time because it does take the beavers quite a while to build stuff. So I think it might be a good idea to just get this sorted. Let's see if I do that there. That's fine. And what I'm going to do is just have a tiny little platform across and connect the road here so that they can build kind of everywhere around. All right, plant trees. Now, let's go ahead and get maybe a short stand of pine here. Just a little bit. And the rest is going to be maple. Oh, we can't see the borders right now. So we'll just do just a beginning kind of solution of this. Okay, that's fine. Good. Very good. So, no lumberjack there yet. Where are we having workers? We have only 2 adults left in this colony. This is not ideal. Let's take one off to be at the lumberjack flag. We also have nobody pumping water, which is... Actually, this can be paused because we have 1 water tank, which is just fine. Let's see if we have any excess citizens. I shouldn't say excess citizens. That doesn't sound very good, does it? Extra people without a job. Jobless beavers. Homeless beavers. All the beavers. We'll pause a couple of these inventors' huts. That many. Oh, wow. We only have 1 left. And we'll transfer 3 over to District 3. Actually, we'll transfer 5 over. And then we'll take some off of some of the distribution posts. So in Scrap Farmington, we don't actually have to send them any carrots anymore. Or potatoes. I'm going to leave water just for emergency. And I think that's it. I think that's all we need. Now, we were going to build a large water tank in the wet season, but I see that that's probably not going to happen. Let's see. Where do we have? We have 18 gears. We don't have quite enough to build a full tank. So I think that's going to have to wait for a bit. Let's just chill on that for a little while. But otherwise, we need to get this going. But we are now getting wood. Thankfully, we have all of these maples to cut down over here. And busy as a beaver, our little beaver is. Let's see. So let's see. We can have more builders. Let's see. How many? 3 unemployed. Wow, that's a lot of unemployed people. A lot. We'll go and unpause this and just get that going. Let's turn this one on high and just have a little bit more water storage so that before the dry season we can maybe get some water pumped instead of having it all delivered. I'm hoping that this 1 square is going to be enough. I really don't want to like fill the entire lake because I feel like why not just plant trees down here? That's wasted area. It's wasted farmland. So yeah, there's that. Alternatively, we might also want to get some farming done in this area. I don't know where that's going to be. Maybe it's going to be like on a plateau over here. That could be a thing. But I was also thinking about the height of these platforms where our city is going to come into being. Now, I would love if you would come up with a beavery name that also incorporates some kind of like Atlantis reference into it. Because this is going to be our city on the water, and it's going to be like kind of water worldy and stuff where the whole thing's going to be flooded, and like this is like barely going to stick out of the top, or maybe it won't even stick out of the top. Maybe they just have to like dive down there to get the metal. But in general, our beavers are going to be living on these platforms and building their city kind of up high, just above the water line. So we want to kind of have an area for them to, well, a good name for their city. So Atlantis, beavers, reference, good. Now then, we planned this to be at this height of this plateau, like where exactly the dam is going to connect with the landscape. But I was thinking it might be better if we added at least 1 block in height to that. So triple and triple instead, and that's another block in height that we can go for. I'm gonna go ahead and start building a little bit of area here and maybe just start planning out where we want to have stuff, because I really don't want to invest in a lot of housing on this base level because we're not going to be there for long. We're going to actually have this city in the center, and that's going to be the most important part, is having this central heart of our colony where we can build everything. So we'll just add this part here. And how do we want to do this? I guess we can have, let's plan for this to have a road in the middle so far. And then right now we can make a staircase to go down. So I think that's where we'll start with this. So let's start there, and 2, and there, and 1, I think. There we go. Then 2 and 1 and many stairs. There we go. And add a road on top. Okay, so this is going to be the start of our beaver colony in the center of this place. And I also want to plan to have kind of a spiraling down staircase so that our beavers can go ahead and grab this metal from under the water. It's kind of cool. The beavers can grab stuff from under the water, like they can harvest crops, but they can't replant them. So we need to have the scavenger flag on top of this crazy structure. Otherwise, it won't function. So we just need to be careful about that. But in general, it looks like we're doing well. This is kind of good. Hooray. Okay, so let's get this going. I'm going to go ahead and maybe we'll leave that. And what else do I want to do? I kind of want to put out some decoration for these beavers. Can we put, that's cheap? Maybe a shrub here? Maybe that's good. We'll put it right in front of the house. It's 12 logs, kind of expensive, but yeah. All right, so this should be prioritized high. Let's fix that because that definitely needs to come into being. Go, go, go. And this needs water. Water, water, water. So how do we want to do this? We need to get a beaver. Does that help? No, not yet. And more? Hello? Help. Beaver. Beaver, beaver. Maybe. See, these are functioning. We have several people there. Where are all our employees? We have 6 adults. Hello? Water? No? Oh, it's not connected by any paths. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah. I'm like, where are they all going? Help, they're all unemployed. They're like, okay, Wes, I need food for my family. Don't do this to me. Okay, still 1 unemployed. We'll put them back in the district center. Okay, working now, hopefully as intended. Now then, we have, okay, so they're still cutting from this particular lumber. Oh, here we go. Let's see how far it spreads. This is the test. Oh my. Ooh, is it gonna get to the edge? Oh no, almost to the edge. Oh, it's so close. I'm actually really tempted to change this slightly. And well, I guess it's actually better if we, or I don't know what's better. I might want to extend this a bit. Here, I think what we're going to do here is maybe make another one over there or maybe here-ish. I think to kind of cover this area like this. I think that's the play we make here with that. Let's just plan that so we don't like have to worry about it later. Okay, levee. Where do we want this to go? Maybe here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hopefully toward that side some. Maybe it should be there. I don't know. No, here is good because this is a huge swathe of land that's good for farming. Now then, here though, I think I actually want to make this a bit longer, possibly. Like 1, 2, 3 squares. So if we do this, like that actually might be better. Yeah, it's going to be a bit more. Is it worth it though? Is it worth the cost in water to water this small area, which might not get planted? Probably not. Actually, probably not. So let's delete these bits. Because the forester has to walk around the entire area, and that actually might be a tiny bit too far. On the other hand, it's a huge space. Maybe we need to redo this thing. Maybe we move this guy to the left 2 squares. So if we have this thing, it does go far enough on that side. Maybe we go down 2. Okay. So new thingy goes here. Ish. But then to the right 2 as well. Or to the right 1 maybe. So there. So surrounding this one. This is our new place. I hate kind of trying to do this by guesswork, but it's very difficult when there's a lot of levels involved. So anyway, we're going to delete this. Yes, bye-bye. And instead have the water dump right there. Okay, and that can be, hello, right there. Okay, good. And then I'm not going to delete the staircase. I think we can still keep that, maybe. Maybe. It's probably more, well, we'll save a square of space if we move it. But I don't know if that's, It's trees, it's help. Let's go ahead and delete these buildings. There we go. Okay, so water spreading out. Wow, that seems to be like a lot of water that's falling out there. We're going to go ahead and prioritize this medium high. And I want to get our roads going here, because that's a bit important. And we're going to delete some of this. Let's delete this part of the path. Okay. And then forestry is going to also be important. So let's set up the forester's hut this way so that the forester can go down a level. Yes. Okay. Perfect. All right. Let's get our stuff going. Go here, here, and there. Now, the most efficient staircase, taking up the least amount of land, is going to be just a straight shot down instead of having sort of a spiraling thing. So let's just do that. Oh, okay. No more water. Bye-bye. Okay, so once this gets done, we are going... Let's just let this happen first. Let's get everything happening. There's many things happening in this colony, which is kind of great. Very good. But we need to just be sure we have everything under control. Okay, this is actually almost done, and we are getting more wood. So at some point, maybe we need to have more wood shipped in here. Let's see. Yeah, they have 0 wood, which is an issue. I'm kind of wondering if we should move this distribution post, or at least put logs through this one instead. Actually, we'll do that. Add new route to here. This one, I think. Logs? Yep, go. Alright, so, hello? Forester? Why are you... Oh, no! Look what I did! Oh, that's so bad! Whoops! No! Okay, that was a seriously bad miscalculation right there. So what happens is this... Yeah, since the entrance faces this bridge, they can't just, like, hop catty corner onto these fields. Yeah, that was bad. Oh my gosh. That was such a silly mistake. I don't think I've ever done that before, but it was highly amusing, so yay. We'll go with it. Okay, this building definitely needs a worker, so let's take off maybe two constructors. There we go. Okay, so this is much better. Okay, life is clearly better here. Okay, and here we go. We now have some water. And I think with a second fill, it's going to be all the way to the top, and that probably is going to spread a tiny bit more, and I think that should work for us pretty well. Okay, do we have enough food and all that stuff? Yeah, it looks like it. We have planks coming in. Hooray. And we're starting to get some tall structures here in the middle. This is kind of great. I'm excited about that. It's really good. Okay, so, oh gosh, I've completely forgotten about the rest of the colony. We have nothing happening because we have not unpaused our generators. So let's just get those going. We need at least 4 because we have a demand of 870 horsepower. So that's important to get going. It looks like we are lacking a few gears to get the paper mills working, but otherwise it should be good. Okay, so things are happening. This is kind of great. All right, so this is, wow. We moved it a couple of tiles and it really didn't do what I thought it was going to do. This is a full square. Ay, ay, ay. I feel like maybe we should make this trough longer a tiny bit, because now, since it's not touching this wall, it's like, wow, this is a really bad position. It's very bad. Okay, so what we want to do is this, I think. We want to maybe add some, add some levee here. Yeah, the levee is going to be dry here. This is really rough. All right, we're gonna edit this again. The endless edits. Okay. Gonna make a trough, I think. I think that's the best way of doing this. Like that, maybe? I think this is what we want to do. So, I want to get rid of this and that. And maybe what we need to do also is, instead of having this there, just move it that way. Just kind of have this tiny pond up here. I hope that's, I I hope it's decent. I'm trying to save as many squares for trees in this center area, but I really want it to serve all of these edges because it's kind of important that we get that going. So we'll just delete what we don't need here. And then I would like to put in a staircase here and a platform to access this lower area. Okay, there we are. And keep on adding roads. Hooray. Okay, so let's try that. Gosh, this feels like the never-ending levee. Never-ending tiny pond. Tiny pond. But beavers are doing well. They're happy. They're doing the things and the stuff. Let's see. These beavers in Beaverland they're kind of limited by they can't kind of go to these edges and do anything. What I'm going to go ahead and do is maybe we want to... I don't know how far we can travel from this city center, actually. Because we could, technically, kind of maybe we add platforms all the way this way so they're already at that height. Because we can always use it for city building as well. So maybe that's what we want to do with this. Or we just take the road over and build temporary staircases because... Actually, though, this is going to be one higher than we need. But man, that's a lot of planks to get all the way out here and test the distance. All right, it's okay, though. We'll make it work. Okay, triple platforms. Go, go, go. And up here and there. We want to keep it the same height. And then we can save a little bit on materials as well. So, hello. Okay, good. Okay, so just triples needed. Okay, so we are there-ish. And I guess this was going to be one height above. Yeah, it is one square above. Okay. So what I want to do here is just delete this one, and maybe we'll take this down and then kind of like start to walk along the edge of where we want this dam to be. But first we want to see how far we can actually go in this specific district. Because I would love to like make the edge right here. But then again, having a sort of more circular shape is going to save us on materials. Because remember, this wall has to be massively high. Just massively, massively high to work. So extending this wall up here where the elevation is already higher, we're actually getting less benefit per log. We can also extend our reservoir later. That is also another opportunity that we have. Okay, so that's getting going. Would love to get this forestry hut and all the things done. Okay, they are working. They're working. Just chill, KOS. They're working on it. Ooh, this is a bit rough. That's not good. Not great. So this is a shrub. Okay, that hasn't been built. I want to build that one fairly soon. But I also would like to build a couple of lumberjack huts somewhere. Let's see where we can place them. Okay, so this area covers almost this entire area, so we'll just go ahead and chuck those in right there. How many people do we have here? We have 10. We have one unemployed person. Just waiting for this water dump to get functioning. Now this, oh no, this isn't working because I forgot about the road. Oh no, okay, that's why they were yelling at me. I'm like, why is that symbol there? Question mark, I wonder. Well, we found out, didn't we? All right, in this area, I want to just keep on planting maples and stuff will grow all the way up to, I think we have, where are we going with these lumberjack huts? Probably somewhere-ish around that edge. And I'm going to add these maples here, like that. And then put one there. Okay, because we might want to take this road and add more water pumps as our population here grows. Okay, beavers doing their thing. This is good. This area is almost completed, and this for sure is going to work. I don't know, however, how much water this is going to take, because this area of evaporation is much larger than having a single square. So we're going to have to see if it's worth it for us. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I am thinking about turning this maybe into farming, or this is also, that could also be great for farming. We'll see. All right, in this neck of our woods, we have other stuff. Wow. I wonder if we should put in, you know what, I'm going to put in another industrial log pile here. And mostly because I want to have more storage so that if we need to send stuff elsewhere, we just can. So I'm going to take off a couple of these trees. I hope they've managed to build that dam. I was kind of worried about that. Ah, yes, it looks like it. Okay, it's done. Dam is done. Oh, and they're almost, well, they're missing one square. That should be okay. But yeah, it should be fine. Let's see. This is working. These are not functioning right now. I expect we just need more water in this area. We have a long drought ahead of us, though. 12 days. So I'm kind of concerned about this situation, but we'll see how this functions. I really want... I think I'm going to get the forester's hut up first before we start the water dumps so that we don't waste water. But yeah, this is turning into a bigger thing than I kind of wanted. So I feel a little bit like, hey, this is not actually great. So let's delete that and add the road coming down this way because I want to kind of have a path down this side of the mountain. So far this is working really well, and we'll get these forestry huts. Well, actually those are lumberjack flags. Yeah, we don't need them on priority because they're obviously the trees are too tiny to cut down anyway. So, but I think everything's going pretty well. I think let's put a tiny priority, or maybe what we do is a down priority on the rest of this structure, because we kind of want this path to complete, but I like to have the default be usable. So I think we'll just leave that at regular default, and this is slightly elevated in priority level. Let's see, plank 7. Let's see what we have running here. All right, we have much demand on the power. I think we're going to turn off one of these, at least. We have 187 metal blocks. That seems like a lot. We have many, many planks. Really surprised that we're not getting the plankage that we're kind of asking for. Or maybe we just don't have enough builders. That could be too. I think we'll just get more builders. I think that's the solution here. But we might need some more. Oh, we have unemployed people. Where are they? Hello? Where are you? Let's transfer you. Migrate you to District 3. Get going. Come on. Go, go, go. All right. So we're sending some people over. And what else do we have here? Let's pause. Oh, no. Look what I've done. I forgot to pause these. Whoops. There's so many things to do at the start of each season, but this is actually really bad because I think we're going to have to replant this entire grove. I think these trees might die. They're gonna die in 15 days. Are there any at 11 days? 10 days? 9 days. Yeah, there are some that are gonna die. So the question is, do you build a tiny water dump here somewhere so that you can maybe take some of this water and like fill it just for the most brief moment? Is that desired? I don't know. I guess it is desired. So I'm going to take off... Oh, how do we do this? Let's put the water dump... I think here. I think this is where we want to do things because I think it'll flow to the left. And this is the part that actually needs the water. So let's get a road. 1, 2, and here, let's do this and have a staircase. And then we take this road around. Let's do 1, 2. I'm giving 2 spaces for like housing buildings, that kind of thing, so we can actually put stuff in these gaps. Okay, and water dump. Let's make sure that we can just do this real quick. Have this emergency safeguard situation so that things don't go terribly bad, I hope. We'll go ahead and prioritize these to high and hopefully get this done, because I don't need much water placed here. I just need enough to prevent those trees from dying, because it's not good when the trees die. I mean, that should be obvious, but since there is such a huge investment in them growing. So yeah, 48%. That is a huge amount of maple growth, because maples take the longest of all the trees to grow. They take 24 days to grow. So that's losing 12 days on growth. And that's just massive, massive, massive. We want to really prevent that from happening. Okay, things are going well. I think with all the planks that we have, I might just build these other storage buildings. So let's build a large warehouse. We're going to build one at a time, I think, because we need to delete the roads because I want to control the stuff that's in them. A couple of people have asked me about that, like, why do I do that? And the reason is I have had colonies where I just let everything be in the warehouse. And eventually every single warehouse was choked with wheat or something else that I made mountains of. And so like it chokes out every other production. So we need to, you got to be really careful about that. I mean, unless you produce next to nothing, then you probably don't have to worry about it. All right, 2 employees are free. So let's open up our inventors' huts. And I want to see this water situation happen. Let's see what's going on. Oh, good. Okay, so that's something. How far is it going to spread? Okay, a little bit. It's getting a little bit. We only need enough to wake up the trees. As in, oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this or not. Let's see. Let us see. I guess it doesn't really matter because this water came from here anyway. So, yeah, it should be fine. But we'll see if we can actually get this to work. Because we want these trees to go green. But the water has to get to a high enough level for that to happen. Okay, these are good. Because once you water it, it resets the counter. So that's good. We like resetting the counter. But these guys are in danger, shall we say. In very much danger. Okay, so the beavers are swarming toward the temples. I had a lot of good comments about which gods the beavers worship. Thank you all for those creative suggestions. I think my favorite of those was the beavers worship the tooth fairy. That was so good. Thanks for providing that entertainment. That was fantastic. Anyway, it looks like we did save some of our maples, so this is a good thing. We might not have saved all of them, and what we really need to do is make sure that we turn these off. I would absolutely love if we could get conditions and circuits like we have in Factorio. Yes, the KOS is asking for more Factorio in this game. Because it's so useful. I would love to be able to wire up a thing with a logic circuit, an if statement, like if, and have one connected to the clock, like, you know, if dry season, close things to level something, to height 2 or whatever, or yeah, something like that. Or if dry season approaching, turn off these pumps, and have like a little box, a circuit box, and you could have little wires connected to them, and then give them these kind of like if statements so that we can kind of control things a little bit better. Same thing with these guys. You know, if X amount of power, then turn them on, and if not, then turn them off. Okay, let's turn off these as well because we're way over. Okay, supply 800, wasting 20 horsepower. I think that's acceptable. All right, this has been built. So this was bread. I want to store also, let's store carrots. Carrots. Yeah, carrots here. None. Carrots. Yay. Okay, and then road. And then another warehouse. There, and delete road. This is going to be, I guess, our big potato storage. Okay, so let's see. Wow, 5 unemployed right now. Oh, because we just, yeah, moved all those people. Okay, go, go, go. And we have 1 left. Do we have enough housing? Gotta keep reminding ourselves. We're kind of short on housing, so we need to think about that. But I think that is going to be the project for another day. I think this is kind of a losing battle here, to be honest, because adding enough water to fill this to the depth that is desired is going to be iffy at best. So I think we should just stop and kind of pause this building. And if the trees die, it's not going to be that many that die. I think we'll just leave it and just remember to turn on our water pumps or turn them off next dry season. But I did turn them on so that we could fill this more quickly and kind of leave some of the jobs off the haulers list. So, but anyway, I think this has been an excellent journey through our beaver colony. These guys are already getting ready to start working on that massive reservoir dam, and this area is getting ready to be planted too, so we'll turn that on in the next episode. So thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.